Okay, we're continuing our theme, extreme leadership. This is our last session on extreme leadership. So I'm going to wrap it up. We started with our definition. Selfless, courageous influence that inspires lasting greatness in others. What does that take? The ability to lead yourself well, the ability to influence well, and the ability to equip well. Equip yourself well and equip others. One of the things that I think is interesting is this whole idea and concept of job replacement. And we're going to talk this session about how well are you equipping someone to take your place in the job that you're doing. Now, I want to be careful here because when I talk about replacing yourself, most people go to defense mode because they don't want to do that. Why would you want to replace yourself? You'd be out of a job. But remember what we're talking about. Remember our theme is extreme leadership. We're not talking about average leadership, ordinary leadership, majority of the way people do things. We're talking about extreme. So I want to challenge you in this one. Extreme leadership, we've defined it as selfless. When you think through the lens of selflessness, it's not about you. It's about others. Selfless, courageous influence that inspires lasting greatness in others. So I think if we will contemplate and really unpack, what does it take to equip someone else to do my job, to do what I do? I've been obviously through my entrepreneurial life, I've been the top leader in the organizations that I've worked in. And one of the things that I look for all the time is the ability a person has to replace their job, to replace themselves. And here's what I know. It takes selflessness. It takes maturity. It takes a right mindset. And the people that can do it well, they always, listen to me, always have a job because they're that good. They do fall in the category of extreme leaders. This is rare. Doesn't happen often, but extreme leaders understand and know the value of equipping others to take their place. They understand that selflessness. They understand how to inspire because they want to pass it on, because they want it to be their legacy. Leaders that don't understand this don't have as big of a legacy. So if you and I want to be extreme leaders with a tremendous legacy, I think it's very important for us to realize what is it going to take? What is it going to require for us to equip other people around us to do our job? Because people that have the ability to equip others to replace them will always have a job because it takes a vastness. It takes a big person to be able to do this. Hey, look here. You can't be insecure and replace yourself. That's why it's rare. That's why you don't see this happen often. That's why it is something that will set you apart. And I realize that this is a journey. Hey, look here. If you're new to leadership, you're not going to be able to get a hold of this right away. You probably think I'm a little crazy even talking about it. Hey, why would I want to replace myself? But those of you that have been on the journey a little longer and have more of a level of understanding about this whole leadership piece will know what I'm talking about. And if you're just starting, you'll get there. You'll get there because you can grow and learn. I didn't always understand this concept. But I think it's very important as we wrap up and tie in equipping under this theme of extreme leadership for us to understand and know. And ask ourselves, how well are you preparing yourself to train and equip your replacement? You may be a 1 or 2 on a scale of 1 to 10 in your ability to do this. But that's okay because you can grow into this. And I want to throw it out there for you. It's a big challenge, but it's a great challenge. John Maxwell says 95% of leaders do not equip other leaders to replace themselves. There's a lot of reasons that I want to go into on this video, but there's a lot of reasons why. But it takes maturity, it takes security, it takes selfless, courageous influence, inspiring leadership that's about other people. As we go back and revisit our most powerful definition of extreme leadership, selfless, courageous influence that inspires lasting greatness in others. The ability to equip other people, to replace our job, to do what we do better even than we can do it, takes maturity, takes selflessness, takes the ability to inspire. Obviously, it takes courage. And when we do this, when we can inspire other people to be the very best that they can be, then that is going to lead to lasting greatness, and that is what's going to qualify us to be extreme leaders. So take the challenge. Ask yourself, how much work are you putting into really being a person that can equip someone to replace you? See, here's what I know. You have to be really good. You can't give what you don't have. We've talked about that. So in regards to replacing yourself, if you really have the ability to train your replacement, you're good. So that means you're always going to have a job. You're always going to be moving forward. So don't let fear of being out of a job keep you from doing the things necessary to equip others, to be that selfless, courageous influencer that's inspiring lasting greatness in others.